Tiann returning your call. Now, I just want to make sure I heard your message correctly, because I don't think either of us want any misunderstandings. Because the way you tell it, my parents' will, the single most important document in existence at this company, has disappeared. Sid. Oh, Sid, I don't think I need to spell out for you just how displeased I am about this. And just how catastrophically this will end for your firm and you personally if you do not retrieve it. Because if there is any immutable law in this universe, it is this. Tiann Gara gets what she wants. The Gara estate is mine. The company is mine. Every asset and credit my parents so much as breathed on is mine. So don't risk my disappointment, Sid, or all of Titan will know your name. I could make it so even your grandchildren won't be able to step outside without a guard detail. Are we understanding each other? I hope so. Chop chop, sweetheart. The next time you call me, I'll be expecting better news. Maybe I wasn't making myself clear before, Sid. The entire future of this company depends on us finding that will. I will not be made to suffer even more for my parents' mistakes. I'm rebuilding the Gara Empire from the ground up. And it all starts with this. So I need you at your best right now, and the fact that I'm not getting it continues to baffle me. I know there are other names in there, and yes, I know that there are procedures, codes of conduct. I also do not care. My parents flushed everything they worked for down the drain, all because they decided to grow a conscience. And it didn't even matter in the end. They still died without a shred of respect from anyone, and left me chasing after scraps. Really, it's not even about the money, Sid. Yes, I do love my imported wine and cigars from Earth, my rare alloys shipped from Mars, my Luna-manufactured car with the endangered animal upholstery. But more than that, I love the view from the top. That fortune is my pride, and that you can't put a price on. So find that document, or find yourself out of a job. Well, I was beginning to think you skipped town, Sid. Am I to understand you have a lead on the will's whereabouts? My uncle? My parents left their assets in the care of my uncle? Not only that, the executor's office allowed him into the vault and let him leave with it? What were they thinking? My uncle is an unemployed, pardon me, he's an activist. An unemployed activist out on some dried-up colony fighting the good fight for, resource equality or some such nonsense. Sid, this is a man that actually pays his taxes. He's a complete embarrassment to the Gara name, my name. They may as well have doused the will in fuel and set fire to the whole thing if this is how stupid they were going to be with it. I can't believe it. I knew I should have sent someone to bug his office, track his correspondence. How could this? If he gets his hands on that money, on the estate, it will all go into some dead-end charity. I can't allow that to happen. Even if I get nothing, I can't let that happen. Now it's become a matter of principle. I have some calls to make on some very encrypted channels, Sid. I will talk to you when I talk to you. Goodbye. Uncle, I'm surprised you accepted the call. Is that a soft spot I'm sensing, or have you finally gone senile? What, no pleasantries for your dear niece? Fine by me, let's get to the point then. Which is this? You have my money. Yes, my money. My parents put you on the will when it wasn't their place to do so, so I'm going to rectify that mistake. Rescind your role as the beneficiary, sign everything over to me, and this conversation won't have to start involving gunfire. Oh, please. Uncle, there's only one way a firefight between us would end. With me getting everything I want, as always, and you poked with more holes than a mining colony's ozone layer. No, Uncle, I'm not above using force. With something like this at stake, you'll find there are very few lines I won't happily cross. Think it over. Consider what's best for you and the future of this family. I'll be here when you have your answer. By the way, I hear you're due to give a talk at the Martian Environmental Conference. A prestigious affair, so I hear. Well, best of luck to you, Uncle. You're still a Gara, a lesser one or not. That name still means something to many people. I'll be tuning in from Titan. Try not to embarrass us even more than my parents have, will you? Goodbye. Sid, I do love to hear your voice. Oh, you heard, did you? Good, then we can keep this short. My uncle signed everything over to me. Yes, we should all be very glad that he saw reason. And just in time, too. I hear he's had an unfortunate accident on the way to his conference on Mars. His condition is stable, but that would have complicated our situation if he hadn't signed the will, and I don't like complications. Did I do it? Oh, Sid, I'm flattered you think so, but no, this one wasn't my doing, funny enough. But it's as I said before, there is one immutable law of the universe, the one where I get everything I want. We hit a snag at first, yes, but in the end, everything bends to serve my will. As it always does. As it always will. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a brunch with the executor and a meeting with the board to get to. This is all just the beginning, Sid. The real work hasn't even started yet.
Hello, please do sit down. You can just move those trinkets aside. Souvenirs from my children all the way out in Luna, you see. They're so busy with school that they don't call much anymore. Children, right? You miss them terribly, much more than they miss you. So, your file here says your name is Carlos, and you're applying right out of school. Not much experience in corporate, eh? That's okay. We all have to start somewhere. I do believe in giving chances where chances are rarely given, after all. You've been shown around the office, haven't you? I saw you in here earlier, admiring the artwork on my wall, an original, that one. It should be in a vault somewhere, most likely, but what a shame that would be, don't you think? I agree. We mustn't remove things from their purpose, absolutely. And the purpose of art is to be looked at, experienced. What about you, Carlos? What's your purpose here, do you think? Is it to be yet another cog in Titan's great machine? Yes, it is to do what you're told, but we all have lines we don't cross, and I'd like to know yours. Oh, my, the look on your face. Don't worry about it, dear. I'm just teasing a little. You don't have to answer that. I like what I've seen from you, Carlos. If we're going to feed more young blood to the machine, yours would be my top choice. Off the record, of course. But I do have a good feeling about you. Now, let's get to the real questions, shall we? Here's to your first day, kid. Got any questions for me now that you've made it through the door, Carlos? The company's future? No, the usual. Nothing you haven't gleaned already, I bet. Expansion, acquisitions, networking. Oh, I'm sure you'd love the details, but that's a little much for your first day, I do admire the dedication, though. I'm rather curious about your previous work. You were a student, but surely someone with your competency has been around. No, a natural talent then. That's always good. Sometimes even a necessity to survive on Titan. This place was never kind to soft souls and has only gotten worse as time went on. I'm sure me and my cohort coming in didn't help. We're a brutal generation, Carlos. We keep our territories guarded, our friendships breakable, even our families are at arm's length. But you'll do well, I think. I knew there was something special about you from the moment you stepped into my office. I look forward to watching your growth in this company. Please, feel free to come to me with any questions. My door is always open to a curious young mind. You are the future, after all. Carlos, your manager has been singing your praises, don't you know? I think a glowing performance review is in your near future. I'm well, thank you. I've got a physician's appointment later to talk about fun stuff like cholesterol and blood pressure. You know how it goes. Luckily, I've got some interesting proposals coming down the line, as well as offers and investment opportunities. Yes, I'm in talks, pretty much always. It's good to have your finger on everyone's pulse, especially on Titan. Everything here moves fast, and it gets faster every year. Where does all the time go? Really though, it's just making calls and checking in with faces you haven't seen since the last fundraiser or stuffy dinner party, you know? Yes, mostly Titan's old guard, the Kirks and the Clarks, Old Man Anshu, some new faces in town too, like that sweet boy Quill. The Garas, well, Kaz Gara mostly, we go way back, but his niece is a real scrapper. It's hard to get a handle on that one. My, so curious, aren't you? Be careful, Carlos, or that thirst for knowledge might land you in hot water one of these days. Come on, I'm just teasing. No need to be so tense. You're young, relax, won't you? You're making this old girl tired just looking at you. It's good to be curious. Keep your eyes and ears on the happenings around you and your mind open to change. It's the mark of a leader. Or a spy. Oh, goodness, didn't I just say to relax? Here, let's get you a cup of tea, hey? Good to see you, Carlos. I see your first week went rather swimmingly. We chose well with you, it seems. By the way, how's that night job treating you? I figure we know each other well enough by now. We can have some transparency. Oh, don't give me that look. You know what I'm talking about. All those clandestine meetings in the shadows, encrypted messages. It wouldn't be business on Titan without some subterfuge. Classic playbook stuff. Oh, you thought I didn't know? Well, dear, of course I do. I even know who hired you and what for. As I've said before, Kaz Gara and I go way back. I know all his tricks by now, and I know a plant when I see one. I even know that the bugs currently recording in my office were placed there by you on his order. But don't you worry, they're still there. Wouldn't want you to get in trouble with your other boss, would we? So, how about we get some lunch? I know a good place around the corner, and you can tell me all about your nighttime romps. Good, Carlos. I knew you'd see things my way. Welcome back, Carlos. I was wondering if you'd show, and I'm glad you didn't disappoint. I respect the commitment. Now, are we ready to conduct business like adults? Excellent. I'll bet Kaz Gara enjoyed your report. Recovering from an accident like that is stressful, so I'm sure he appreciated the good news. Oh, don't you worry about him. He'll be just fine. I just had to remind him of where we stand. Old friends, right? Sometimes they get too comfortable, and then they forget their place, and then they step out of line. But Kaz won't be forgetting his anytime soon. Nothing like some new aches and pains to remind you of lessons learned, eh? Oh, don't worry. I don't plan to reveal your position. It's always good to have something in your back pocket, though. I'm simply interested in watching for a little while, that's all. Call it intellectual curiosity. One can't always be on the move, you see. Patience and observation can take you a long way if given the chance. Now, since all manner of secrets and subterfuge between us are revealed, let's get back to onboarding, shall we? Glad you see things my way, Carlos. I'll get us some coffee and we can talk PTO and benefits package.
Notes on the new recruitment video. Paz, get this transcribed and sent out before end of day. The ad will need reshoots. My first note is these actors need to look way more miserable. They need to look desperate. Market research shows that the average worker on Earth spends less on cosmetics than they did a decade ago. I want these people to look sad and grimy. We need to connect with that sad and grimy audience. The audience should think, wow, Titan's resettlement program really understands me. They know exactly how bad my life is. And cut the Titan dormitory shops entirely. We did some focus testing. It's not playing well. We'll end the advertisement on the emotional high note of the family holding hands on the spaceship. The shots of the fake dormitory on Titan, they invite questions. Does it really look like that? Etc. So we'll just cut it. All right, Paz, write this up. I'm headed out to a council sink on Mount Elo, so I'll be out of touch until dinner. Oh, I haven't seen the dinner menu yet. Have the chef forward that to me right away. Paz, I don't know what you told the costume department, but this is unacceptable. Sad and grimy does not mean... I shouldn't have to personally explain this. No visible dirt clumps on the actors. I wanted grime, not mud. People on Earth will not trust the Titan resettlement program if we make them look like animals. We will drop another mood board for the costume department. Less dirt, more grime. There is a difference. And Paz, we talked about this at your last performance review. I don't have time to correct these communication errors. Council employment is a privilege that many people on Titan would kill for. I have seen it happen. Keep that in mind. Paz, I'm sorry, I can't approve this time off request. We're shipping 5 recruitment ads this week. I need you here in the office. If you really want to be at the funeral that badly, we can get you there with a telepresence drone. But I don't have time to send you all the way back to Mars during our biggest media push of the year. You know what this job is about. It's about making Titan the richest, strongest, most productive place in the system. It's about making Titan a place where your kids can grow up to be powerful participants in capitalism. Wouldn't you rather your kids grow up owning a factory here than working for the man on Mars? I know things are hard right now, but we'll get through it. Oh, and you must check out those telepresence drones. It's like you're really there. All right, Paz, this ad is good to go. Finally, thanks for following up on the notes. You can send the team one of my, I'm very proud of you all letters. This was a tight schedule, they deserve it. Next is the 30-second spot for Holo Watches. We're running this in partnership with Marshabek. Imagine this. The user checks their account balance on the watch. If it's negative, they get the ad. Wow, you're poor, move to Titan. But much kinder and more persuasive. Market research suggests that this confrontation with the empty bank account is a moment of self-reflection. People ask themselves, how did my life end up like this? It's a moment when they're open to reconsidering that life. Then we make our offer. Move to Titan. Next thing you know, they're buying a ticket. They're moving to Titan. I have high hopes for this ad, Paz. Anyway, get the usual kickoff meetings on my calendar. Paz, I know this is last minute, but I need a replacement data pad before the big ceremony. I just dropped mine off a balcony and it didn't survive the fall. Now, go to my residence and ask for the head butler. He has my backup pad and I need it pretty much right away. Now, I know you were planning to call into that funeral today, but this is essential. I know what you're thinking, but don't call me back, don't argue, just go pick it up right away. And look, when you get here, you can hang out at the after party a bit and meet some interesting people. I think that would be nice for you. Paz, I know security has already been in contact with you, so I'll make this brief. I don't know what kind of revenge you thought you were getting on me by stealing the datapad, but it's not going to have your desired effect. There's a squad on its way to your location right now. Paz, there is a council geotag device inside your skull, remember? Surrender the pad and they'll take you alive. Whatever statement you think you're making, it's not worth this. I'm an extremely busy man. I'm taking the time out of my day to call you because I care about you, Paz. I don't want to see you die. I didn't even have to make this call. I don't owe you this kind of attention. You owe the council, Paz, for years of steady income, for your generous benefits package, for... You didn't even steal any data of value. They bricked the device the moment you missed your appointment. Anyway, in 5 minutes, a team of professionals will arrive at your location and turn your torso into a dark stain on the wall. Enjoy that. Congratulations. I'm just calling to say welcome to the team, Aaliyah. We are so glad to have you moving up to the central office. Before you arrive, I'd like to direct your attention to the NDA stack you signed yesterday as part of onboarding. In particular, please review the section on workplace confidentiality. You see, as my assistant, you'll be handling my personal property. However, because of my council membership, these personal items are sometimes actually, well, state secrets. Misusing, damaging, or misplacing my property is equivalent to misusing, damaging, or misplacing something like nuclear launch codes. That's the Council's position. Please keep this in mind as you begin your first day tomorrow. We enjoy our work in this department, but there's a low margin for poor performance. All right, thank you for joining us, Aaliyah, and see you tomorrow promptly at 7.